He once ruled Europe. I'm a European champion. I think I'm a special one. But today, he's coaching in Turkey, far from the bright lights of Madrid, Milan, or Manchester. How did José Mourinho, one of football's greatest ever minds, fall so far? This is the true story of the rise, the revolution, and the fall of the special one. Mourinho learned from legends, Sir Bobby Robson and Louis van Gaal at Barcelona, but he wanted more than a seat beside the greats. He wanted their throne. At Porto, he built a juggernaut. 2002, 2003. Primeira Liga, Taça de Portugal, UEFA Cup. 2003, 2004. Back-to-back league titles. And then a Champions League win that shocked the world. He knocked out Manchester United, beat Deportivo, then he trashed Monaco 3-0 in the final. Tactically disciplined, defensively perfect, Mourinho had arrived. He landed in London with charisma, confidence, and a vision. Please don't call me arrogant, but I'm European champion, and I think I'm a special one. At Chelsea, he changed English football. 2004-05 season. 95 points, only 15 goals conceded, both records at the time. Back-to-back Premier League titles. Introduced relentless pressing, lightning transitions, and a new level of mental toughness. He made legends of Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, and John Terry. Chelsea didn't just win, they crushed teams. Between 2004 and 2007, they lost just one home game. Mourinho didn't build a team, he built an empire. In Italy, Mourinho reached his tactical peak. Inter Milan had passion, he gave them precision. 2009-2010 season. Serie A, Coppa Italia, and the Champions League, the first treble in Italian history. He stopped Guardiola's Barcelona at Camp Nou with 10 men, then beat Bayern Munich in the final. It was the perfect execution of counter-attacking football. And when he left, he cried in the car park with Marco Materazzi because deep down he knew this was more than a trophy. This was immortality. At Real Madrid, Mourinho faced the greatest challenge of his career, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona, who some consider the best club team of all time. And he broke them. 2011-12 La Liga title, 100 points, 121 goals, Cristiano Ronaldo, 46 goals. He won a Copa del Rey, a Super Cup, and ended Barca's domestic dominance. But it came at a cost. Clashes with Casillas, Ramos, the board, even the Spanish press. He left in 2013 exhausted and estranged, but victorious. In 2015, Mourinho reclaimed the Premier League with Chelsea. He was back, smirking, commanding, brilliant. But then, the collapse. The 2015-16 season began in chaos. Mourinho publicly criticized team doctor Eva Carneiro on live television. It created a media firestorm. He lost the dressing room, even senior players turned cold. Chelsea went from champions to 16th. My work was betrayed, Mourinho later said. The board, sensing mutiny, pulled the plug in December. This wasn't just failure, it was a breakdown of trust, of relationships, of everything that made his early Chelsea reign so special. At Manchester United, he won trophies, the Europa League, the League Cup, and took them to second in the league. That was one of my greatest achievements, Mourinho claimed. People don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But United fans knew. The football was dull, possession without purpose, defense first. Attackers like Rashford, Martial, and Pogba looked restricted. Mourinho clashed with nearly everyone. Paul Pogba, stripped of the vice-captaincy, Luke Shaw, publicly humiliated, Ed Woodward, repeatedly undermined. By December 2018, United were sixth, 19 points behind Liverpool. The club had seen enough. His dismissal felt inevitable. And as United appointed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, one thing was clear. Top clubs no longer wanted reactive football. They wanted proactive identity. Klopp, Pep, Poch. Mourinho was starting to feel outdated. In 2019, Spurs handed him the reins, desperate for silverware. He made a cup final, but days before it, he was sacked. The official line? Results. But insiders reported breakdown in relationships with senior players, a fractured training environment, resistance to sports science and progressive methods. Jose alienates players when he doesn't trust them, one report said. He creates enemies in the dressing room. And while Pep City were fluid, Klopp's Liverpool ferocious, Mourinho's Spurs looked cautious and scared. He wasn't just losing games, he was losing players. At Roma, he won the Conference League, the first trophy in decades. He brought belief back to Olimpico, but he couldn't sustain it. In Serie A, Roma never cracked the top four. His third season ended with public criticism of referees, conflict with ownership, and again, a split dressing room. Tactically, he refused to evolve, still preferred deep blocks, relied on moments of individual brilliance, not patterns of play, refused to press, possess, or risk. And when results dipped, the excuses came. My players are not strong enough, the club doesn't support me, they don't understand my methods. Roma finally said basta. Mourinho was sacked in January 2024. Now he's at Fenerbahce. Still a passionate club, still fans who adore him. But make no mistake, this is a step down. He's not being linked with the PSGs, Bayern, or Juves, or even the Newcastles or the Ajaxes. Why? Because the game evolved and Mourinho didn't. Modern football demands pressing intensity, tactical flexibility, player management. Managers like Guardiola, Klopp, Arteta, Nagelsmann, and even Zidane offer this. Mourinho offers drama, headlines, conflict. The irony, he invented modern football's mind games. He made tactics cool, but now his football is slow. His man management is toxic. His blueprint is outdated. He hasn't adapted, and football has moved on. But don't forget the legend. 2 Champions Leagues, 3 Premier League titles, 8 domestic titles, one of the greatest tacticians ever. He was the special one, and for a while, he made the game feel like theater. Even if the curtain is closing now, the show he gave us will never be forgotten. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. But we'll say it for him. Jose Mourinho changed football forever. What do you think? Why has Mourinho fallen from the top? Will we see him back in the big leagues? Let us know in the comments.